Dragon garden tool hanger. Well, I went to the store today for charcoal, and because my plan was, and still is, to make the Queen another tool hook for her garden shed, I picked up a piece of half-inch, medium steel rod just for working on that. And then I got distracted by this nice old guy who was helping me out at payout. And so I, talk about blacksmithing and stuff, and so I wound up leaving the steel rod in the cart. So didn't pay for it, but I didn't take it home either. So coming over here to my friend Bill's rust pile, and I am Rusty Bow after all, so I'll work out of the rust pile for this. So it's not the diameter that I wanted, but I'll work with it. I have, it's an old wire fence post, so I'll work with that, and another high piece of steel. So he gave me his blessing a lot of years ago to pick out of the pile and scrap heap and stuff, so that's what I'm doing. So we're gonna make something cool. Stay tuned. Okay, a freaking peanut in my forge. What do you think that means? What do you think? Okay, so normally what I'd do with this is I'd cut it off here or something, consider this discarded, but for what I want to do, actually I think I'm going to make use of this because this will serve two purposes. I'll turn this into a decorative part of the whole thing. You'll see at the end what I'm talking about. But this is also going to be used to attach it to the wall for the tool hanger. So it's useful as it is, and it's why take it off, right? So you'll see. Well, let's see where that went. Put them together, protect them a little bit from getting burned off. So what I'm going to try to do is just get this piece, just get the end welded. I don't want anything else burning off or anything like that. think what we have here is a tool hanger. Okay, no grand clay quench for this thing. It's just a tool hanger, but actually had an issue with the weld there because welded probably about a half-inch up from the tip. It kept thinning out on the top, and so I wasn't able to get the weld the rest of the way. And so I'm out of acetylene, so I couldn't even close it up that way. So what I ended up doing was drilling a tiny hole there, and you can't really see, I think, but because the one thing I did a decent job on with this is peening, because I drilled a tiny hole and I put a nail through there and clipped it at just the right length and then peened it in the vise. And because what I did not want to happen is for her to be like, putting a tool on here and then pulling it off and catching the horns and then pulling it off and breaking it or something, so it's like, at least I could do that. So it's pretty lame that way, but it works, and it's a tool hanger, and it's forged. It's just, yeah, that weld wasn't there for it. But and this used to be, in this former life, remember, I am Rusty Bo, and I make things out of a lot of old rusty shit. In his former life, this whole thing was a stake for electric fence, and so this would have been, this would have been the part that kind of kept it in the ground a little longer, kept it from just, pulling out or whatever, and so yeah, it's just a cheap ass rod with a little sheet metal thing to stick, for stick in the ground and hold it. So, but I thought that would make good wings for the dragon. So there you are, tool hanger. Yeah, I'm just putting one dragon garden tool hanger for the queen. Well, this might not seem like a whole lot, but it does show you what you can do with something old and rusty, basic junk in somebody's scrap pile, like the electric fence post that this was, and this being the part that was in the ground, and turning it into something useful, like a garden tool hanger for this building back here. So, that's this week's creation, and there you go. So, all right, well, hoping for better weather, and hope you had a good week, and I'll see you on the other side of this one. You stay well. Be good.